Hello friends, myself Bhushan Gholap. Welcome to my channel. In this video lecture, we have to discuss test planning and management topic of software testing and quality assurance subjects. In this topic, we have to discuss various concepts, but for this video lecture particularly, we are discussing only objective of testing, principles of testings, activities in software testings. But before going to start this discussion, we just elaborate the test planning and management. A software test plan is a document describing the testing scope and activities. It is the basis for formally testing any software in a project. Effective test management is a critical part of developing high quality software and hardware products. Well planned and well managed testing process teams can ensure that they are producing the best product possible while making the most of their limited resources. The need to manage increasingly complex software products has resulted in the need for smart test management practices across every projects. So an effective test management process is a key to project success. So this is test plan and management. Now, in this topic, first thing that we have to discuss is objective of testing. To understand this objective of testing, first we have to make sure that we have clear the concept of testing, that is definition of testing. What is testing exactly? So, testing is a completely guided by software requirement specification and design specification and supported by test strategy and test approach depending on assumption and risk of development, testing and usage. Okay, so software testing can be defined in numerous ways by different researchers as well as by different testing professionals. So first definition of software testing is, software testing is an empirical technical investigation conducted to provide stakeholders with information about the quality of the product or service under test. Again, testing is the process of evaluating a system or its component with the intent to find whether it satisfies the specified requirement or not. Testing is executing a system in order to identify any gaps, defects or missing requirements in contrast with the actual requirements. So this is the some of the important definition, or we say the concept of testing. And in testing, what exactly involved for software. Okay. So, objective of testing. So, according to these definitions, testing must accomplish this objective. That is, find a scenario where the products does not do what it is supposed to do. This is a deviation from requirement specifications. So, that's why at the time of testing definition, we say that testing is the process of evaluating the system or its component with the intent to find whether it satisfies the specified requirement or not. So this is a deviation from requirement specification. So testing must accomplish these things. Second objective, find a scenario where the product does things it is not supposed to do. This includes risk. Means In software testing, products or tester must know that what product must be do, should be do, could be do, and what product must not be do, should not be do, could not be do. So this, because this includes the risk. So this is the objective of testing. Now next topic is principles of testing. So there are some basic principles on which the testing is based. That is such as, first one, define the expected output or result for each test cases executed to understand if expected and actual output matches or not. Means mismatches may indicate possible defects, and defects may be in the products or test cases or test plan. That's why these principles say that define the expected outcome for each test case executed. Means at the last we match this actual output with the expected output. Okay. Next principle, second one is developer must not test their own code or own programs. So no defects would be found in such a kind of testing, as approach related defects will be difficult to find. Because development team must not test their own product, blind faults cannot be removed in self-testings. Means development team must not test their own product more rigorously or in more deeply. That's why these principles say that developer must not test their own programs or codes. Next principle say that inspect the result of each test completely and carefully. It would help in root cause analysis and can be used to find weak processes. This principle will help in building the process rightly and improving their capability, because it inspects the result of each test completely and carefully. Next principle say that include the test cases for invalid or unexpected conditions which are feasible during production. So here again, tester need to protect the users from any unreasonable failure so that one can ensure that the system works properly. That's why include each test cases for invalid or unexpected condition which are feasible during production. So this is the work of tester, that they need to protect the user from any unreasonable failure. Next principle is that reusability of test cases is important for regression. Reusability of test cases is important for regression. So avoid disposable test cases unless the program or code itself is disposable. So reusability of test cases is important for regression. Test cases must be used repeatedly or so that they remain applicable, or test data may be changed in different iterations. So this is the principles of testings. Again, some principles that not listed here. One of them is do not plan test assuming that no defects will be found. So this is a very important principle again. Principles say that do not plan test assuming that no defects will be found. So there must be a targeted number of defects for testings. Testing process must be capable of finding the targeted number of defects. Second one is that the probability of locating more defects or mistakes in any one module is directly proportional to the number of mistakes already found in that modules. Okay, so this is some of the principle of testings. So with this topic we conclude this video lecture, and in next video lecture we will talk about test during development life cycle and requirement traceability matrix. Thank you very much. Stay tuned.